Having a good day. How are you? It's Friday. All right. I think it's Friday the 10th. It's going to be September 11th tomorrow. I'm going to an anniversary. Well, not an anniversary, it's an engagement. And the person doesn't know they're getting engaged too. So, and he doesn't watch the video, so I can say that. I'll let you guys know how it is tomorrow if he says yes or no. Okay? All right, so let's talk about Wendy Williams. She has canceled next week's promotion for her new season for her talk show. Okay, so it's just like an album or a movie. When you are starting a new season, you have to go on Good Morning America, on like Kelly Ripa, and the Kelly Ripa show, and on The View, and you do a lot of promo and press. So she's actually canceling her dates due to health issues. It's what she said. Well, it's what her staff said. You could tell it because it was talking in third person on Instagram. So, it said that Wendy will cancel her promotions due to health, issues. But to me, and first of all, before we get into this video, because I don't want to appear to be insensitive, but I just have to do the video, okay? I'm going to have to do the video. So first of all, I want to say, positive prayers for Miss Wendy and her health. I pray she gets better. And that's just that. I pray that she gets better. And let's just all send her positiveness if it's her health or wherever it is, because it's something, okay? Um, so with that statement, I just want to say that it could be other things. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, let's do the Wendy on Wendy, okay? Let's just, in my mind, it could be, that she's number one, just fed up with the show. But I don't think that because she's addicted to the fame and the attention and everything. So let's just X that one. It could possibly be that she spiraled down with whatever issues she was having, with substance. Allegedly, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been rough for Wendy. She lost her husband and her mother in the same time frame. That's why when she was coming out and it appeared that she was high as a giraffe's woo-woo standing on its tippy toes in a pair of stilettos, she was higher than a giraffe's woo-woo standing on its tippy toes in a pair of stilettos looking down. Giraffes have them long necks. But yeah, she was. But she got it together and she told us she was in a halfway house. Like, she's been dealing with it. But which leads me to what I was saying about this video. She makes others feel horrible for being human and make mistakes. Like Whitney Houston, she publicly humiliated the queen of pop for drugs and alcohol. And she's doing the same thing. So it makes it hard for us to have so much compassion. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's so self-centered. And I know somebody else, I'm not going to even say it because it would just not be in good taste on my side. Just because someone else was raised by wolves doesn't mean I have to act like I was raised by wolves. So I'm just going to leave that where it is. But if it ever needs to come out, it will come out. It makes it hard for us to have compassion when you're so not nice to people, when you're evil to people, you know what I'm saying? And like, let's just take this last season alone, when she was just like, she didn't show compassion to Sweetie, the huge TikTok artist, and he passed away. And she just talked about it like it was a used washcloth. I was like, would you want someone to have that type of compassion about your son? If your son just, lost his life, God forbids, I'm even having compassion for you. Like, you didn't have this compassion. She didn't even have this compassion. And she has a son that's his age. That's what tell me she snapped. If your son was taken away, would you want somebody to talk about his Instagram followers, Wendy? Well, her son did have more Instagram followers than me. How poor taste. So that's one. Number two, she came for Tabitha. You don't even know Tabitha. She came for the Clark sisters. You don't even know the Clark sisters. She said the Clark sisters need to step it up so they can get a number one single. Honey, I almost blacked out. That's like saying Janet Jackson needs to take a couple of dance steps before she takes that show on the road. Do you know what you're talking about? Most of the times, she's getting corrected Poor Norman, he corrects everything. She'd be like, Happy Monday. He'd be like, It's Friday. Happy Friday, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. No, this is a show. But even sometimes, when people get bored, even my Patti LaBelle, she forgets her words and she starts singing it. I forgot my words if only you knew how much I forgot my words if only you knew. Okay? So I can understand you have so much in there, but it's not like she's memorizing songs. Your talent and your craft is talking shit in front of people. So talk that shit. She doesn't have the magic at home like we're doing now. Wendy could never. And she's always looking down on people. She is. Because even when Nene said, Wendy, you should be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not going to be on that. Like, you're much better. You started from trash radio. In the streets. How are you going to look down on prominent ladies in a suburb? They started here. You started here. Now, you have elevated yourself, but you are not as high as you think you are. You are not Viola Davis. Always looking down. She got into it with Jocelyn Hernandez, which that's easy to do. Jocelyn will fight her shadow. What the fuck you keep following me for? Huh? Somebody hold my shit. I'm about to fuck this shadow up. Hold on. Jocelyn Hernandez will fight her fucking shadow. So anyway, Wendy got into it with Jocelyn and she took the flowers that were the decorative flowers and threw them at the TV. Because Jocelyn was like, it's during COVID, so Jocelyn was at her house and Wendy was at her house on the teleprompter. And Jocelyn would not let off of Wendy. She was like, you know how when a pit bull bites you and they just be shaking and people be hitting it with bats and shit? They be like, let go, stop biting. And they be hitting it with umbrellas, honey. And you better not hit it with your hand. You're going to crack it. Honey, that pit bull is not going to let go. Jocelyn would not let go of Miss Wendy. She called her Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy. She said, because you're double my age or triple or something, honey. Jocelyn would get up in there. Well, anyway, Jocelyn said, Wendy, you don't give me my flowers. Wendy took them flowers out that thing and she threw that shit. Honey, I almost blacked out. Do you hear me? I will give myself a good old neck, honey, a good old neck snap. Oh my God. Then my thing where it tipped me off the edge with Wendy is when she told Cynthia Bailey in her face, you should get fired. Who says that to someone? I think it should be you. You should get fired. See, she think that shit is cute. But there's a thing called karma. And it has everybody's address, your number, bitch. It will always have your forwarding address, honey. You do not have to put that shit on the post office website. You don't. Karma will knock on your door, bitch, in the middle of a dinner party, honey. She doesn't care. It could be at your mama's funeral, honey. Karma does not care. Karma, honey, you could be washing your dishes and all of a sudden you break a wine glass and you cannot stop bleeding, bitch. Karma, honey. I'm just saying. You never know. And I feel that Wendy got put on because she does have a huge show now. Let's keep this shit real. Okay? She got the top show, right? Her and The View for daytime. And then you have The Real. So Wendy is one of the top talk show hosts in the world. Like, this shit ain't on, like, a college station, whatever they call that stuff. PBS, honey, I don't know what it is. Talk radio, honey. But listen, she's on a top plateau in the world, and I think it's because she's talked so much and put so much, and I feel sorry for her son, but the same pain that he feels about people talking about his mom, because it has to be horrible to hear people talk about your mother. Whether you like your mother or not, you still have a team. You might not fuck with her, but you don't want nobody else to fuck with her. Like, I don't like your ass, but I don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying? That got to be hard. You talking, you sitting down and you studying, and they don't even know you her son, and they talking cash money shit, cash honey, making it rain, talking that shit. And the thing is, she inflicted that pain on the people who she was talking about for years. Their children had to go to school. Things that people didn't know about their parents now is on for the world to see. And these kids have got to go to school like your son has to go to school, Miss Wendy, in my Jocelyn Hernandez voice. And you inflicted all that pain through thousands and thousands of children. And you know what? Because you inflicted it on the people too, but the people have family members. And you inflicted it on their mothers. Their mother want to be proud that their child is a star. And then, my child, is on this TV show, on this TV show. And then you come on your show and you down them and you talk down on them. So now their mother can't even go play bingo in peace. Now she's playing bingo like this. Shit, bitch. B4. Bingo. Is that Julia? No. It sounds like her. Like your mama, do you got people mama hiding at the grocery store? Because of some shit you said on your show. So I say, I pray nothing horrible. It's like, what I say, I think that's why the universe would allow you to be publicly seen in the way you have been publicly seen throughout the last couple of years. Because, people who have that type of personality, they want everything in their world to be perfect, and they want us to think that everything in their world is perfect. And sometimes, even though you may know someone is cheating on you, it's hush hush because the family thinks we're together. And when we go to Thanksgiving dinner, it's going to look good. But sometimes the universe let it all out, honey. Like in Soul Food, when Vanessa Williams said, and you fucked our cousin. Okay, it's out the bag. She's running through the house with a butcher knife. It's out the bag, pumpkin lamb. When Kevin had the baby on her, it was out the bag. We speculated, and then there was some receipts. Buying houses and things. So that's why I could just like, I could understand how the universe could let you publicly be humiliated because you've inflicted so much pain. But I don't want to bark down that tree because I don't want my karma to get fucked up. So I'm just shut up. Right here and right now. There's so much more I can say, but I'm shut up. Everything don't need to be said. Everything does not need to be said. But in saying that, the baby buying houses and everything, I could see why when she was in the Statue of Liberty, she passed out. Stress. Stress. This shit coming out. My parents is finding out about it. Our son is finding out. Our son hear us fighting up in this motherfucker because ain't no way in the world I'm just cursing you out. And you got a house and a whole nother social security number coming out this woman's placenta sac. We are not just arguing. Honey, I am making a phone call somewhere. May I have my one phone call? Hello? When y'all gonna get me out of here? You already know the lawyer's information. I don't understand why he's not sitting across from me right now. Don't have a clue. Fucking baffled even. So, I can understand why she would spiral, pass out, drink, whatever else she's doing. Allegedly, whatever she's doing in my mind, pills, whatever, the cocaine, whatever. But like I said, for years, she publicly humiliated Whitney Houston and other people. And then she looks down. The thing, she's another Eddie Long or Jax or Derek Jacks or wherever they are. Wherever you say you're not, you are. Whatever you say you're not, you are. Whatever you say you are not, you are. Eddie Long. Other homosexuals going to get condemned, so and so and so and so. And we caught you with several penises. So not only are you breaking a homosexual, you're committing adultery, you're lying, you're misleading your flock, you're stealing money from the church. and you're doing adultery. Anybody got time for that? That's 7. I'd rather just do my 1 and be truthful. You condemning people for being who they are, and then you're doing the same thing, and you're stealing their money and talking about them. Oh, child boo. That's what they be doing. Derek Jacks. Why you always got to do your videos on the bus? Go in your house. What, do you have a house? You always in somebody's car talking about this very thing that you are. Kevin Samuels. The list goes on. The list goes on and on. So whenever people be talking that shit to me, I be like, get out my face. Get the fuck out my face. Are you a good person? Will you help somebody take some bags up the stairs? Will you help somebody change their tire? Will you give somebody money who needs some food? Because you talking all that shit, but let me see you walk. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time on the Mario Ramon discussion review. Comment below. Tell me, anything that I may have missed. If I gave you missed information like Miss Wendy does sometime in my Jocelyn Hernandez voice. Miss Wendy. She threw them flowers at that child. Who's throwing flowers at the people on national TV? Bitch, this is not in the middle of like a luncheon at an exclusive restaurant. She brought you flowers. And you're like, I don't want this shit. This is national TV. Okay? I almost blacked out. I couldn't. Ooh. Can you imagine Oprah throwing something at one of her guests, bitch? Oh my God. That's so good. Can you imagine Oprah throwing something at Gwyneth Paltrow because Gwyneth Paltrow said something Oprah didn't fancy? Honey, serve me my dinner on a wet paper towel with no eating utensils, honey. I don't deserve eating utensils, okay? Just give me my dinner on a wet napkin. Bitch, I hope it breaks all over my clothes, okay? Miss Wendy in my Jocelyn Hernandez voice. All right, I'll see you guys next time on the Mario Ramon discussion. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I pray you have a great weekend. God bless you. Peace.